You might remember our video from a few months ago where we talked about how Instagram was dead for photographers. Since we released that video, Instagram's CEO has doubled down on their position to become more of a video platform over time. So while we covered Twitter in our last video, in this one, we're gonna take a look at Pinterest for photographers. Our experience with Pinterest from a photography business perspective has been super limited. I think we've only created like 6 pins or so, but by uploading our photo shoots to our website, we've generated huge reach over on Pinterest. More on that later though. And speaking of websites, thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Maybe you're like me and you thought Pinterest was kinda over. Well, it's anything but actually. It has over 433 million monthly active users worldwide, and it was actually the second fastest growing social media platform, behind TikTok, of course, from 2019 to 2021. While Twitter is great for interacting and building relationships with other photographers, Pinterest is better suited for attracting new clients, aka securing that bag, aka getting that bread. To be clear, I'm talking about money. Pinterest is particularly pertinent for wedding and family photographers because you can post directly to the platform that potential clients are going to for inspiration. Think of all the people planning a wedding, searching Pinterest for ideas when they stumble upon this tasty snack you posted. They pin it to their wedding inspo board and ultimately decide they need the same photographer to shoot their wedding. And even if they don't book you, your image has been shared to a board where it's more likely to be shared again in the future and seen by even more potential clients. Or maybe you're a photographer whose main source of income is selling prints, presets, or other goods. With Pinterest's latest update called Hosted Checkout, they've made it easier than ever for people to buy what you're selling. When a customer wants to buy a product featured in a pin, they can skip all of the normal checkout steps and make the purchase without leaving Pinterest. Right now, this program is limited to verified merchants in the US using Shopify to sell their products, but it's easy enough to apply to their verified merchants platform and start selling. This shows Pinterest is making strides to be small business friendly. Pinterest is also just amazing for sourcing inspiration. We use it when assembling mood boards for photo shoots all the time. And for example, when we made our 100 photo shoot ideas video, we sourced all of the inspiration photos from Pinterest and collected them onto a dedicated board. One of our favorite ways to source images is by finding one photo that really moves us and then scrolling down to see similar images from a wider variety of sources. Pinterest is an incredibly powerful visual search engine and does an amazing job of identifying the vibe of a pin and then showing you more like it. You're probably most familiar with static pins, which consist of one single image, but that's just the tip.
That's what she said. Or he said.
Of the iceberg. And there are idea pins, which is kind of like Pinterest's version of Instagram stories, which feels weird because every social media platform is starting to feel the same, but we don't want to yuck someone's yum. Anyways, these idea pins can consist of up to 20 frames of videos, images, and text. If you have a business account, you can also post a video pin, which is exactly what it sounds like. Then there are rich pins. The 3 types of rich pins are recipe pins, article pins, and product pins, which again are pretty self-explanatory. You can even group similar product pins together into a collection pin so that someone interested in one product will be able to shop for similar products. Got it? Cool. When you're ready to share your photography, keep in mind Pinterest's recommended settings. You're best off using a 2:3 aspect ratio of 1000 pixels by 1500. You could also opt for a 1:1 ratio of 1000 by 1000 pixels. If you're going the idea pin route, it's the same as Instagram stories or reels, so a 9:16 aspect ratio of 1080 by 1920 pixels. While it's disappointing that the quality is about the same as Instagram's, you can and should add a destination link from your pin to your website where your high-res work can be viewed. Be sure to title and describe each pin in a way that will appeal to your intended audience. You want to show up in their search results. You can schedule pins in advance or publish immediately to your chosen board. Pin consistently and don't share content that you don't want representing you. Pinterest content has a longer lifespan than other social platforms, so keep your standards high.
I guess I just have higher standards for my work colleagues than for my friends.
We don't think of Pinterest as the best platform for community, but maybe that's just us. Apparently, there's the same kind of community you can find on Instagram or Twitter. If you want to engage with the photography community, you can stay active by supporting other photographers through saves, comments, likes, and follows. Consider uplifting newcomers and hobbyists, trading tips with peers, or seeking guidance from experienced photographers. Now back to our limited experience with Pinterest. A few years ago, we posted and then subsequently forgot about these 6 pins promoting our Lightroom presets, but we've uploaded so many of our photo shoots to our website. These photos have then been shared on Pinterest boards by people all over the world and have resulted in some pretty wild numbers. In the last 30 days, photos pinned from our website have had over 1 million impressions and about 29,000 engagements. Now compare that to our YouTube stats. Anyways, going back to March of 2021, over 14,000 people have visited our website just from seeing photos on Pinterest and generated over 16 million impressions. Pretty cool considering we didn't really do any work on Pinterest to make that happen. To get the most out of Pinterest, we recommend that you upload your photos to your website and then claim the website in your business account on Pinterest. That way, anything anyone pins from your website is automatically attributed to you, and you can monitor the performance of each pin. Furthermore, anytime anyone repins those images from someone else, it'll still be linked to your website. If you don't want to wait for people to pin your work, get the ball rolling by creating pins of your photography, linking them to your site, and adding them to a relevant board on your profile. Make sure you title the pin with relevant keywords that other people may be searching for so that your work has a greater chance of being seen. Of course, you want to avoid being spammy or misleading. We also recommend creating boards of inspiration that you can pull from. Pin other photographers' work, find new photographers by looking for similar images or using keyword searches. Once you have an inspiration board put together, you can always click on the More Ideas button, where Pinterest will analyze the saved photos on your board and show you, more ideas based off what you already like. It's essentially a never-ending source of new inspiration for your photo shoots. You can also check out both the Pinterest Creator Fund and Creator Rewards. Both have limited availability and you must meet certain criteria to apply, but it's an opportunity to get paid from Pinterest initiatives, which could be a decent way to make a little extra cash. If you've watched our videos before, you probably know that we are pretty big fans of Squarespace. We have been customers of theirs for years, long before this YouTube channel even existed, and still have our 3 Squarespace websites going strong. Usually we do something off the walls for our ad spots, like fake our elopement to trick my mom, spoof old MTV reality shows, or do our best Peloton commercial parody. But I wanted to let you know about some new things cooking over at Squarespace. If you're a photographer looking to diversify your revenue streams, check out their new member areas. This allows you to sell access to gated content like video classes, digital downloads, or newsletters. Frickin' sweet. You can also showcase your photography with Squarespace's professional portfolio designs. Customize the layout, look, and feel to make it your own. Also, you can schedule and book appointments straight from your website. You need to lock in client meetings? Well, they can easily see your availability and reschedule if needed, making your life a heck of a lot easier. And if that wasn't cool enough, you can save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain when you go to squarespace.com/mangostreet, or just click the link in the description. Photographers have been mourning the loss of Instagram for a while now, but Pinterest has the potential to fill the void, at least a little bit. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.